Good morning, happy Friday, wherever you guys are at. I just wanted to come on real quick before I head on out to check and see how all of y'all were doing. If you, by any chance, have been impacted by the storm, again, I just wanted to check in on everybody. I am I'm located where it's considered West Georgia, and it rained a lot yesterday. However, I slept through, like, I woke up around 2 o'clock this morning and they were saying that we were expected to have like strong winds and stuff like that. But I believe that was all like referring to um, Florida, if I'm not mistaken. So I just wanted to check in, let you guys know that I am also okay and that I had not been impacted by the storm. So I hope that is the case for everyone. I saw on the news where they were talking about there was so many power outages going on or whatever. So again, I'm hoping everybody is well, doing okay. Yeah, just wanted to check in. Like, these storms are crazy, but ain't nothing stronger than the power of God. So I just prayed for everybody before I got on this live. And what's so crazy is, like, I grew up in Delaware, so I lived up north. And when I lived up north, we had snowstorms and everything like that. But because we were more acclimated and prepared for stuff like that, it was very rare that they were canceling school. Like, it had to meet a certain thing there. But in advance, like the snow people, the salt people were already like putting salt down, like preparing the ground for the snow and stuff like that. So they usually were on top of things, where I know they don't really have the equipment and the resources down here in the South. From what I heard, they usually are willing to cancel school and everything like that for just snow flurries. Yeah, I'm glad you did too. Well, I don't know where you're located at, London, but thank you for that. Yes, I'm glad as well. My kids are all doing remote learning today. So I don't watch the news. One thing about me, but my mom, everybody was checking in. My mom lives in Alabama. So I was getting a lot of calls of people like checking in on me, saying that like West Georgia, like the southern part and everything. Yes, I live in Georgia. Saying that Georgia was going to be impacted. I even seen on YouTube Live where some parts, I think they said like Peachtree, where there were cars like underwater and everything. So again, I just wanted to check in on everyone. I have not yet been outside. I just looked out my window and everything looked fine. Like a couple weeks ago, up to like a month ago, whenever it was like last bad raining here, there was a tree in my backyard, and I'll show y'all in a minute. The wind was so vicious that the tree had like kind of fell over, and I was told, because I'm not from down here originally. Thank you. I was told that I can call like the county or somebody. Let me see how to flip y'all. Hold on, y'all. So can y'all see that tree leaning right there? It's pretty much like uprooted in my backyard. So that was like my sign right there. And the fact that I had not lost power, that, everything might have been on the up and up here. So I just wanted, again, to come on and check on anybody that lived in Florida. I reached out to like a couple of my teammates that I work with that I know live in Florida. I heard that it was supposed to be really bad. It's one thing to be prepared and everything, but like the God that I serve, I just know that everything will be okay. So I try not to even get wrapped up or like influenced. Girl, yes. Hi sis, good morning. I try not to even be like influenced by there. Like, I feel like everybody that was calling, checking in, they were already on high alert. So when it came to me, I'm just like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, what can I do about it? Like I always share with people something my dad shared with me. Either you gonna worry or you gonna pray. You can't do both. And what is that gonna do in the time in the midst of a storm? So I remain calm. My middle daughter, she said that she was in bed by 7 o'clock. I said, did y'all hear any wind, anything like that? Hi from Texas. Hi, Chin. And Texas, did y'all get it at all? I know like I don't know. Yeah, but I just wanted to get online real quick before I headed on out. I'm hoping and praying that the stores have something in there because, like I said, just being from Delaware, living up north, anytime you heard the sound of snow, it was like nobody ever did grocery shopping. Nobody ever bought food for their house until they heard that it was going to be a storm. So I just need to go get like a couple things. Like I'm running low on water. I was supposed to have my follow-up doctor appointment today because if you're new here, welcome to my page, welcome to my live or whatever. But in August, I had a hysterectomy, a total hysterectomy. They removed my uterus, my ovaries, and my cervix. So I was supposed to have like my 8-week follow-up, 8 or 6-week follow-up today. And I got a message from my doctor just saying that for unforeseen circumstances, honey, these were seen. So if you were not coming in because of the storm, and granted, I don't want to say anything. I don't know. Like when I leave my house, when it's rained in the past, and sorry if I'm all over the place, but when it's rained in the past down here where I live at, I literally would have my kids calling me from school saying that the buses can't come down certain roads because of the flooding. So I live kind of like on an incline. So I can just only imagine that there's probably some areas that are at the bottom that have been impacted by the weather or whatever. But we will see. It's a couple different ways that if I experience like flooding that I can pivot and go like a different direction. I'm hoping that's not the case because I do gotta utilize like the main roads to get out of like my development or whatever. Yeah, but have y'all had any wind, experience anything as a result of Hurricane Helene? Y'all, my stomach growling and I'm not even hungry. Like I have not been having an appetite at all. Are you getting ready for work or for the day? Just no, it's okay. There's really no topic. Like I said, I just wanted to check on everybody all over or whatever. But I'm just getting ready for the day. I'm still currently on leave from work just because of my surgery that I had last month. And the last couple of days, if you're new here, my daughter played volleyball. So this was my first season as a sports mom. And I was supposed to be like literally going from like the bathroom to bed rest. And as a single mom, I am, and just not having like family and everything around here, I was the main source of getting my kids to and from school, their sporting events, after school events, and stuff like that. So I immediately stopped taking the medicine as soon as I could because that was one of the things that was making me drowsy. But since her last game, I want to say it was Monday, they had so her last game was on Monday. They were supposed to have practice on Tuesday, but it got canceled. And then they're going to have their final tournament, I want to say October 5th. From that moment on, I was knocked out, y'all. Like I was in the bed and I was like, yo, I must have really still been in recovery mode. My body must have still been healing and doing what it needed to be, because I would have moments to like where I would feel energized. I would get up, I would get moving. And then after that, I would have like moments of being fatigued. But I don't know, I guess it's like that mother nature in me that's just like, I got to go get my kids. So like I could not rest until I knew that my kids were here and all of that. So, and you know, when they got something going on, they don't care. They don't care. And one of the things that my daughter said to me was like, oh, well, mom, you look fine. And then I would have people like come on my previous lives and say, take it easy. Like, because I saw like a lot of stories pertaining to people and how they were in pain, like had gas pains and stuff like that. I didn't experience any of that. And not saying that their situation and circumstances were not valid. I had a vaginal hysterectomy. So according to my doctor, that is like the less invasive method. Anytime, what she explained to me, anytime you have to be cut open, it's going to take you a while to heal, but you still want to take it easy. She was like, you should not be out and about. Now, my aunt did take me. I do have an aunt that lives here in Georgia. She lived in Fulton County. she did take me to my surgery. So my surgery was scheduled for a Friday. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I have the whole weekend. My 5-year-old, she's the first one off for school in the morning. So when I would have to get her off to school, it would still be dark. So I'm like, let me just get this surgery on a Friday. So then that weekend, I got all weekend to recover. When I tell you I was praying, praying, praying that I would not experience any pain, because I'm like, who's going to take my kids to the bus? Who's going to get them off the bus? Now, the middle two, the oldest and the middle one, they were fine. Like, they are able to walk to the bus. The sun is up by the time they have to go to the bus. It was just my 5-year-old. And when I tell y'all, I just did not, they were like, no driving, none of that. And I was just like, okay, but you don't want me walking anywhere but the bed and the bathroom, just to go to the bathroom. When I went for my follow-up with her back in August, at the end of August, she was saying, don't do anything more than what you're doing now. And I don't know what that means. But when I talked to my aunt was like, yeah, girl, you ain't supposed to be doing da 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 da. And I'm like, when did she say that? Like, my doctor literally had to be telling me stuff in front of my aunt when I was like out of it. I'm not no the type of person that likes to take medicine and all that anyway. So yeah, it was nobody but the grace of God that, yes, yes. So I'm considered, I guess I would be like on a short-term leave. I've been with my job for 21 years now. And I'm an individual contributor. So for the most part, my work was already done because I was already anticipating going into the surgery. Now, there are some like little odds and end things that are required from me as far as my work is concerned. And I just, met with my colleague and just went over what my yes, well, happy work anniversary. Yes, I've been working since I was 3. Okay, I've been working since I was. No, I'm exaggerating. I started straight out of high school though. So my anniversary that they acknowledge is actually September 9th. However, I started as a summer intern with my job and just have been there ever since back in June. So I celebrate both of them. Yeah, so luckily, and last year I had my 20-year sabbatical, like during the pandemic and everything, like our jobs were trying to find different things to, keep people excited about and show their appreciation. So last year they started announcing that they were going to be, no, it was year 19. Yeah, year 19, they started saying that they were going to start doing sabbaticals for people that have milestone. Hey, what's up, Darian? For people that have milestones. I was just checking on people all over just to make sure that everybody was okay. I know that there was a lot of power outages. So then we got on the subject of me giving like an update with my hysterectomy journey and everything like that. I have been taking it easy. I was able to rest the last couple of days. I literally have not been out the house other than to get my daughter to the bus stop, which is why I just wanted to do like a little light beat. I only use tinted moisturizer. Really didn't do anything like deep foundation or whatever. But yeah, so when I was there for 19 years, that's when they started talking about like doing a sabbatical. And it was for like milestones. So like 15 years, 20, 25, and all of that. So when they announced it, I'm like, oh snap. As soon as they announced it, I got my letter saying that, I was eligible for a sabbatical. And what was it, a 12-week, either 8-week or 12-week. The reason why I can't remember, y'all, is because that whole entire time on my sabbatical, I was like going to different specialists and doctors to find out like what was going on with my health. So, yeah, so I had my sabbatical this year, and now I'm off again because I'm like recovering from my hysterectomy or whatever. And for the most part, like I said, the only thing that I have been experiencing is just feeling tired. And when I say tired, it's to the point to where I can't even get rest. Like, I lay in bed but can't go to sleep. And I'm a Foster. My last name is Foster. Everybody on my dad's side of the family were all sleepers, down to my 1-year-old niece. My niece would get up on the couch and go to bed. She's 1 and never have needed anybody to pat her back, to put her to sleep or anything like that. She's going to go to sleep on her own, y'all. Yeah, my day so far is going good. I woke up and I seen like a couple things. I reached out to, like I said, a couple people that I work with who live in Jacksonville, Florida, just to see how they were doing, how they were making out. Because I saw like the main thing I was seeing was like the power outages. So I'm hoping that everybody is doing okay. How's your day going? Hi from the UK. How you doing? Welcome to my channel, my live. It's been a while since I've been on here. Like I said, being as though I didn't have volleyball and ripping and running to do as far as like my kids were concerned, I have been in the big, y'all. I have been in the big. And I felt bad, like a part of me be having guilt because I started off being like very consistent and stuff like that. Hi. And then I'm like, I don't have the energy to like get on here. That's why I was like, I haven't picked up my camera to like record or anything like that, but I can go live and talk to my people. So that's what I was on here. I don't have anything. If anybody had anything that they wanted to talk about, we can talk about it. Hi. I don't know where y'all are, except for the ones that have mentioned it. So if it's morning there, good morning. If it's nighttime, good night. I just said I wasn't doing no full beat, but the more I'm sitting on here talking to go with, yes, but my doctor did cancel my doctor appointment today. I was supposed to have like my follow-up, my 8-week. She did explain to me when I went into the office. Thank you. She did explain to me when I went into the office that it would be like an internal exam or whatever. And I hope this ain't TMI. She did tell me that. But because of the storms and all of that, it was canceled. So I hope that she's okay. Like I said, my kids are doing remote learning, which they're familiar with, being as though, you know, that we're out for the pandemic. My 5-year-old already has her work done. Hey, from Africa. It's afternoon there. Okay. Good afternoon. Good afternoon from Africa. Africa is definitely somewhere I would love to visit. Next year, I will be getting back to my traveling. I promise y'all, I will. Not that y'all probably care, but it's been a while, like, or whatever. So again, I just wanted to check in. Nobody has said that they have been impacted. I know that my phone app is telling me that the conditions are supposed to last up until, yes, we do. Believe it or not, and I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, but believe it or not, I just seen somebody post on Threads how there's a COVID outbreak at her daughter's school, her daughter's college or whatever. So college, I mean, COVID is very alive and well here in the States. And I feel like this strand of it is just like the contagious stage. Knock on wood, I do work from home even when I was not in my recovery state. I did work from home, but my kids go to school outside the home. So I always just tell them that when you come in the house, take your clothes off, like put your clothes up, put them in the laundry room, wash your hands and stuff like that, because I don't want to be getting sick. I had COVID twice now, and it's been because of my kids, them being out and about. Because this year will make 4 years. I kept saying 5 years. This year will make 4 years that I have been in Georgia. I moved here in 2020, and I moved during a pandemic. So normally I'm not like a sickly type of person, and that's good. See, I don't know what's going on, like why it keeps coming back or why it's lingering. I asked the same question a couple months ago. Like, there was like a stomach bug going around, and you know, it is flu season. However, people are actually taking tests and it's coming back saying that it's COVID. So I'm glad for that. But then again, you also got to realize, well, maybe you don't know this. Our food here is not the best. I want to say like people in America, based on statistics, are probably the unhealthiest. Can you ask your sisters, because the remote is on my phone and I don't have it. I can't. I'm on live. What is on you? What is hanging from you? Put that in the trash. But come on, Taylor. Yeah, so I done lost my train of thinking. That was my 5-year-old. Yeah. But we don't have the healthiest eating. A lot of people don't eat clean. There's a lot of people that have like a process. Give me 5 minutes.
Oh, how about I get on Jason's phone and find the app?
Her phone is probably getting ready to die.
Oh, let me see.
Tell her. Yeah, we don't have the healthiest diets here. Like, I'm pretty sure y'all got access to Whole Foods, which we do too, but a lot of people choose.
I can still use it.
A lot of people choose more processed things. No, go take it to her and then bring it back, please. Yeah. 2021. That is crazy. I wonder if they're doing any type of research about that. Like, that is insane that it's still here and y'all have not had a case of it. Now, are you sure that it ended in 2021 or the numbers just left? Which one is it? Because now I'm curious. Like, that when they open back up, because we were all working from home and everything. So when outside opened back up, they were saying because the numbers were low. They did not go away. However, the numbers were low. Mine said COVID on test. The doctor said new strand. LOL, I live off of junk food and fatties. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that that's the reason why it still exists. And then you got to worry about the different regulations here in the United States because our government will pass anything through. Like, I've been telling my daughters, like, she loves the Taki chips. And I'm like, you know, the ingredients in there are linked to cancer. And before somebody say, well, you buying from, I do not. That is not something that I buy in my household. I will not buy that. But she goes to school. There's vending machines out and about where she lives. So in her mind, though, because, you know, you can't tell these kids anything. In my daughter's mind, because it's sold at the store, ain't nothing wrong with it. And I'm just like, you have to realize that they will still sell things that has been linked to different things. Where other countries, they will ban things that have certain ingredients, red dye, stuff like that. It's not allowed there. So we live off of fatty foods and everything. So even like with me recovering, so the reason why, just a little backstory, why I had to have a hysterectomy was because, come to find out, last October, I had fibroids, and they caused me to have heavy menstrual cycles, which I felt like I always had. So when I moved down here to Georgia and I fainted one time, my doctor that I went to go see about why I fainted, she was like freaking out, like, oh, you need to go see a specialist. You need to go figure out why your levels are. Do you have anybody in your family that has cancer, this, that, and the third? And I'm like, why are you saying all this? Like, why are you reacting this way? Because if you tell me what you seen on my test, I can explain. Like, that was my whole mindset for her. And she was like, your iron and your hemoglobin is low. And I'm like, oh, you tripping, lady. Like, in my mind, I'm like, you can calm down. I've always been anemic. My previous doctors told me that some people just have low iron and all that. Meaning that when I lived in Delaware, they did not take it serious. I was going back and forth to the doctors all the time, just saying, like, I feel tired, like my heavy cycles, and that's all they were saying. Whereas when I came down here, they got to motion. They got active right away. Like, I had to go through different iron infusions and stuff like that. I started seeing, because I am on TikTok or whatever, I started seeing on TikTok where it's not as passive as people make it seem. Like, being anemic is, hi Andrew, good morning. It's not as lighthearted as people made it seem. So for that reason, last October, when I found out that I had fibroids, I kept looking at videos, trying to find different things that I could do to, like, prevent them from coming back, shrink them. And a lot of people was like, the food. They couldn't pinpoint directly, like, what they were caused from. And I will also say that when I was younger, my mom used to put relaxers in my hair. And I see videos all the time about different lawsuits about how they cause, like, fibroids and have been linked to ovarian cancer and things like that. So luckily, like, I've never put any chemicals in my daughter's hair or whatever. But because I didn't know, and even then, my doctor was telling me that sometimes it runs in the family. Like, if my mom had fibroids, her mom had fibroids, it could be a thing. But then again, they were putting chemicals in their hair. Like, different things like that. So I say all that to say I got a myectomy in November, which they went in and removed the fibroids. However, I was told that that wouldn't guarantee that they wouldn't come back. But during that time, I was eating clean. Like, I was only shopping outside the grocery store. I was only bringing in things that did not have sugars, that did not contain vegetable oils, soy oils, and stuff like that. So I did a whole cleanup of my foods and everything. And even my kids were telling me, like, Mom, like, we're feeling better. Because they're going to eat what I bring into this house, or you're going to be hungry. It was an adjustment, but I'm like, I realized that we were going through all the junk food and all the processed foods faster because they got sugars, they got all them ingredients that's going to make you crave them sooner. Now, I already said, if you are not new here and you've seen any of my videos, I do say that we live by 80-20, meaning 80% of the time we're going to try to do the right thing. 20% of the time we might splurge and we might go off the bandwagon. But still, when I say off the bandwagon, I'm not buying things that I know have been banned in other places. I don't know why our health and all that is not taken as serious as other places. But when it comes to it, it is your health. It is your choice and your decision as far as what you consume. We don't have a government that's sitting up there, and that's my accountability. Like, we don't have a government saying what we can and cannot eat. So I think that's why we still have COVID around, because we just have unlimited resources of processed foods. Andrew, how you doing? How you been? I wasn't expecting to see any of my OGs on here because I'm like, it's morning. People, it's during a weekday. People are normally working. Andrew, we had a lot of rain here in Georgia because of that hurricane. I don't know if you heard of it or not. But I got on here just to check on everybody, to see how everybody was feeling, how everybody was doing. I'm assuming everybody got power, even though my phone ain't charged up. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to come on here. I've been getting my rest this week, which is why this is probably my first time since the weekend that I did get on live. Yeah, this was like the first time that I was able to rest and not have to run the kids around and everything. What y'all been up to? I don't want to do all the talking. I don't want to do all the talking, y'all. Like I said, I just wanted to check on y'all. Y'all, the silence is letting me know that y'all are all okay, which that's good to hear. I wouldn't want to hear it any other way. Yeah, but I need y'all to say a prayer for me that when I go into these stores, that I find something. And like I said, my goal, oh, thank you. My goal is not to do that much anyway. That's not my goal when I get in the store. I need to replace like my waters, but like I said, I'm kind of nervous because I don't know how Georgia reacts to bad weather. And that's on period. Hey, St. Louis. Yeah, I don't know how Georgia reacts to weather. Like in Delaware, they was clearing the shelves. Like you couldn't get in there and get nothing but toenail clippers when they were calling for a storm in Delaware. Now, I'm exaggerating. Y'all know that. But, yeah, it got bad. So that's what I'm hoping, that when I go in the store, I'm still able to get some things. I'm still hoping that I'm able to make it to the store because it wasn't bad here. We had, like, a lot of rain or whatever. But I didn't hear any of the strong winds or anything. And like I said, I showed them earlier. So if you just got on here, I don't know how this live and stuff works. I don't know. But my tree that had already been rooted from the last storm, it is still leaning over. So I don't think that it was anything bad to the point, like if y'all could see that tree right there, how it's leaning over and all that. And I don't even know if that's a part of my property line, but I was told that I can call the county and have them like come take it down or whatever. And one of my neighbors actually came over and was like, I just wanted to talk to you because I seen a tree leaning over in your backyard. He was like, I don't know if your kids go out there and play. And I'm like, my kids ain't. First of all, I don't know if y'all can tell, but down here it's flat. And then I have a hill going up. They ain't going up that hill. They are not going up that hill. Yeah, so Like I said, I just want to try to make it out before everybody else. I'm hoping that I don't hit or endure traffic, because people be asking me like what Georgia is known for, and because I'm not originally from Georgia, my best answer is the traffic. Like, you going to always hit traffic here in Georgia. You should visit the UK, or whether it's beautiful for ducks. Okay, so you're in the UK. What part of the UK are you in? Yeah, St. Louis, I got you. I got you. Oh, you didn't. Oh, are you saying you didn't see when I showed it earlier, or did you see it just now? I'm sorry to have you repeat that. I would love to visit the UK. Fun fact, y'all, I had my passport and everything, but when I was moving, sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. When I was moving, my best friend in Delaware bought my house, and I paid to have like trash removal, and just told whoever wanted whatever. I left everything there. Whatever you don't want, you can just throw out. Okay. I think somebody else was on here from Birmingham, and they were talking about some fair that is like a permanent fair. It was bad. It did affect my health. I always forgot. Oh, no. Okay, so I told y'all that I had reached out to my teammate, and she's in Jacksonville, Florida. Sorry to be all over the place. But she was just telling me that it was bad where she was at. No. Nope, nope, nope. And I actually had plans of going to get my nails done as well. But yeah, I just wanted to come in and check on y'all. Again, I know that some areas were better than others. I hope everybody is doing well. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I do plan on picking back up my camera. So if you enjoyed sitting around hanging out with me for the past 31 minutes, yeah, so all my socials, if I have them, I'm not on Twitter, but it's all Things Geton. Some of them I'm more active than others, and I apologize for that. But I'm always on Instagram. My Instagram and my Facebook are connected, so it's the same name. Yeah. How do I type? Can I type on here? You teaching me something new. Should be verified. Yeah, where do I go to type it? I'll put it in the live, because I usually save all my lives. I don't know how to type it, but it's all things like ALLTHINGS Geton, GETON. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, but I'm going to try to come back on here later on today. As y'all can see, I got a little bit of energy now. I've been laying around and resting for the past couple of days. Hey, baby girl. So I don't know how I'm going to feel. Look, I'm getting up closer because I'm like, is that my daughter? They always say that they follow me, their friends follow me, but I don't know what their names are on here. But I'll get back on here later, because it's fall and I'm thinking about doing Vlogtober as well. So found you. Take care. You're fine. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. Good weekend. Hopefully I see y'all on here again. Andrew, and I'm not just shouting out Andrew. Andrew always come on here when he can. So I appreciate that. So you'll definitely be getting a shout out. Matter of fact, let me go back on here. That's another thing I said that I was going to be doing is my supporter shout out. So anybody that has been engaged, I'm going to shout y'all out on my community page, because I appreciate y'all. Definitely appreciate y'all. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Nice talking to y'all. If you've never been here before, my lives sometimes go beyond 2 hours. And I'm nothing's wrong with that. I'm appreciative for that, but I gotta get moving. So I will come in and check on y'all later. Thank y'all for joining my live. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.